What's up YouTube people, it is Maxine here and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about last year's New Year's resolutions and this year's resolutions. But before I get into all of that, I want to start off by saying that December 26th marks 6 years on this YouTube channel. So I just wanted to thank you guys for sticking with me all this time, for coming along and just joining my journey. In general, it's been a crazy 6 years of my life. And without further ado, let's get into last year's resolutions and talk about them. The first thing on my resolutions was reach 1,000 subscribers. I did not do that. This year was a really rough year for me. Not subscriber YouTube wise, like obviously that too, but personal life wise, which I will probably get into a little bit later. But I'm currently at 896 subscribers. The second thing on here was post more videos. I posted 7 videos last year. I mean, not last year, but the year before when I did my resolution video. I made 5 in 2017, so I failed on that aspect. So we're gonna try to do more than 5 videos this year, hopefully. The next thing on here was start a Let's Play channel. I actually did this, but I didn't get very far with it. I still have all this footage that I have filmed with my boyfriend for a Let's Play channel. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested, but I really want to get that launched and going and teach Tyler how to edit, so then that way he can edit stuff and upload it as well. The next thing that I have on here is I wanted to move again. That did not happen. I'm still in the same place. More music was on here. Yeah, I think I wrote like maybe 1 song this past year. So definitely didn't really accomplish much of that. So that was all of my resolutions for last year. So let's go ahead and get into what I want to do for this year. The first thing I have on here is exercise more and you know, lose a little bit of weight. I'm going to say it right now, I'm currently 148 pounds, but I do want to just kind of work on myself. I want this to be a year where I work on myself. I kind of need it. The reason why exercise got put on here as like the first thing is because last year was just honestly the worst year of my life, in my personal life and just all aspects, and I really struggled with just anxiety and depression. There were a lot of tears for me this past year. I just really need to work on boundaries of work and home, because work was spilling into my home life and I let it, and you know, that's my fault. I decided that through all of this stuff that I did not have a personal life. I had nothing of my own. I was giving everything to work, 150%, to the point where, like I said, my days off, I'm getting calls, I'm getting text messages, people needing things, and so I became overwhelmed, and I just felt like, not in a I'm gonna harm myself kind of way. I don't want you guys to think that. I'm fortunate enough that my depression wasn't like a suicidal or like self-harm kind of a thing, because I know a lot of people deal with that. But it was very much what is the purpose of my life? Like, why am I here? Why do I keep doing this? Nothing makes me happy. I'm just existing to exist, and it's very hard, and I'd say I'm not 100% from where I was last year. There's still a lot of that still lingers and that I'm still dealing with, and but I'm getting better because I'm recognizing these things, and I think that was really the first step for me. But there were months, not just days, like months, mainly from the end of January into about April, where we were in between store managers, and just, like I said, a lot of people at my job had quit, and so it put a lot of pressure on me. My anxiety has never been so bad in my life. But when I was talking about for months, those months there, it wasn't all work, it was other stuff as well going on in my life. I, no joke, was probably crying at least once a day. And there were just certain points within that, like weeks. It wasn't just like one day here, one day there. I would say it was weeks that I was crying and just so anxious and like just having my depression really bad, to where I was crying and begging Tyler, like, don't make me go to work, please don't make me go to work, do I have to go to work? And it was just because I think I just needed to be alone for a while and do my own thing and not worry about work, and I couldn't do that right then and there. That's also during the time that my grandfather passed away, which is a whole other thing, but it's been a really rough year, and so I decided that I needed to take back my own life, and I needed to put things in place to encourage me and to give me the life outside of work. So I really started reflecting on that, and the first thing that I decided was going to the gym, that would be something for me. And when we talk about the gym, let me just say, my boyfriend Tyler asked me several times, hey, do you want to get a gym membership? Hey, we should get a gym membership. And every time I said, no, no, no. I wanted nothing to do with the gym. And it wasn't that I didn't want to exercise, it was that I wanted nothing to do with people at all. I didn't want to be around people. I don't want people looking at me while I'm working out. Like, it just did not sound like fun to me. But I think it was back in October maybe, I just finally got to the point where I was like, you know what, let's get a gym membership. I need something outside of work because I'm either at work or I'm at home. So I decided I need something, let's go get the gym membership. So that is something that I really want to pursue this year. The second thing on there is eating healthier. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I don't care how good it is for me, I don't care how bad it is for me. If I do not like the way it tastes, I am not eating it. It will rot in my refrigerator before I eat it. The next thing in my life is I want to declutter my life. This was another thing that I just kind of recognized through all the chaos and the anxiety and the depression and the stress of last year, when I was just kind of looking back at myself and figuring out, like, why am I having such a crummy time? And I realized that I needed to get rid of stuff. I just had way too much stuff, to the point where, like, there are a lot of things that just don't have a home within my apartment. There's not a place that I can put them, and so my apartment was getting really cluttered with things, and it was making me mad because I'm tripping over stuff just to go from point A to point B. And so it was becoming such a process for me that I had to really step back and realize that these things that we buy for enjoyment and to help better our lives, I had too much of that stuff, and it was no longer bettering my life or bringing me enjoyment. It was actually making me upset and causing me to have, like, resentment towards these things. The next thing on my list is music. As I mentioned, going through dealing with the depression and the anxiety that I had this year, I lost my passion for everything. So the next thing on here is reach 1,000 subscribers, and as I mentioned, I want to do that again this year. I'm aiming for that to finally hit that mark. And the last thing that I have on my 2018 New Year's resolutions is to journal more. I think I just really need to push myself to write. Whatever it is I'm feeling or thinking or whatever's going on, I just need to write it down. because I feel like that's a good outlet for me as well. Those are the things that I'm focused on this year. In the comments down below, if you want to tell me what it is that you're working on, what you're passionate about, heck, even if you have any ideas for meals that I can make that are healthy and easy, I'll gladly take those recipes, thank you. That's all for this video, so stay fresh and bye!